Good evening, friends. Good evening, Reena, Namrata, Kanta, and Rochelle. Thank you for joining me. And always thank you for your comments and your suggestions. They mean a lot to me. And the detailed comments I normally post on my Twitter handle. Good evening, Rochelle. Namrata, today we're doing an update of the latest news. We're following up on the Janvi Kukreja case and some other news. Today, we cover various news bits that will be of interest to you. First, we will start with updates on the Janvi Kukreja case, the 19-year-old girl who was killed on New Year's Day in the most gruesome manner. Thank you, Ishma, for joining me. The 18-year-old Diya Padalkar, who has been proclaimed as one of the accused by Mumbai police, has filed a bail application before a sessions court last Wednesday. As you will know, Diya was Janvi's neighbor and one of her closest friends. In the bail plea, she said that she was in a delicate mental and physical condition around the time of the alleged offense, that is, when Janvi was killed, which negates her presence and involvement in it. Her plea referred to witness statements that indicate that she was in the bedroom or bathroom of a flat where she had gone after feeling dizzy and suffering an injury on the face after a fall, while Janvi was in the terrace and adjoining areas, alive, and said that this disproves the prosecution case story of her violent attack on Janvi, calling it a fabricated one to implicate her. It is said she was feeling unwell, dizzy, and pukish, and was climbing down the stairs of Bhagwati Heights to use the washroom of the party host's flat, which is, as you will remember, Yash, whose flat was on the second floor. She lost her balance, got severely hurt in the lip portion, and her friends assisted her to the washroom. One of her friends informed her father, Samir Padalkar, who joined them at Hinduja Hospital, where she was taken. The plea filed through advocate Ashok Mishra annexed the medical treatments of the hospital. It said she was injured and hospitalized by her friends and father, having no knowledge about the alleged accident, which is substantial proof showing her innocence, and also thereby clearly showing that the applicant did not even have the knowledge about the alleged offense, her plea stated. The application further said that she came to know about the death of Jhanvi from a police inspector while being treated at the Hinduja hospital. She also stated that after reaching the party, the co-accused, Shri Jogdankar and Jhanvi, stayed separate from her while she was mingling with other friends. Now, this is totally different news from what was coming from the police. Advocate Trivan Kumar Karnani, appearing for Jhanvi's mother, said they will file an intervention application and oppose the plea, as granting bail at this stage of the ongoing investigation would lead to tampering of witnesses and evidence. Diya Padalkar, who is in judicial custody along with another accused, Sri Jogdankar, as we said, has moved bail application in the Sessions Court. The bail plea has been filed on several grounds, including her young age and that her custodial interrogation was over. The court had sought the investigating officer's reply on the bail plea. However, victim Janvi Kukreja's parents have said that they will file an independent intervention application to oppose this bail application. In a report, Advocate Trivan Kumar Karnani said, on behalf of Janvi's parents, we will oppose the bail application on the grounds that the police investigation is ongoing, and if bail is granted at this premature stage, it would lead to influencing the witnesses, destruction and tampering of evidence, or accused may even abscond and become untraceable. The accused ground for bail are devoid of merits, and the accused has committed a brutal murder. A wrong message will go in society if bail is granted. In light of the fact that Diya Padalkar has moved bail application, we will file an intervention application and oppose the bail independent from the investigating officer and public prosecutor. The investigation is ongoing and not a prudent step to move bail at this stage. The post-mortem report has disclosed a total of 48 injuries, including serious skull injuries, inflicted by the accused persons, as per the submissions of the investigating officer during remand hearing, and hence bail application is devoid of merits. He said the next hearing in the case will be on February 11th, when the police will file their reply on the bail application. In a shocking case, Shiv Sena goons trashed a senior citizen and blackened his face for criticizing Maharashtra CM Uddhav Thackeray post video online. BJP leader Shirish Katekar was forced to wear bangles, considered a sign of weakness by misogynists, and a sari was draped around his head and made to parade on the streets as they smacked his head and humiliated him in public. Another case that is even more shocking is a case in Palghar, where where a young Navy officer was burnt alive. The Maharashtra police officers on Sunday said that the 26-year-old Indian Navy sailor who was abducted in Tamil Nadu's Chennai was later burnt alive in Maharashtra's Palghar district. He was an avid stock market player. As per his family member, Suraj Kumar Dubai, a leading seaman who served at INS Agrani in Coimbatore, had exchanged rings with his fiancée at Daltonganj in Jharkhand on January 15th. The two were to get married in April. The Navy man was found with severe burn injuries in the jungles of Gholwad in Palghar and died while being taken to a hospital in Mumbai on Friday. In a bid to solve the shocking case, Konkan Range Inspector General Sanjay Mohite told news agency PTI that 10 police teams were coordinating with their counterparts in Chennai and Coimbatore in Tamil Nadu, Ranchi in Jharkhand, and Mumbai. As part of the probe, bank and share transactions loan details have been found. Palghar Superintendent of Police Dattare Shinde told media that Dubai had recently carried out significant number of share transactions through broking firms in Bhopal, Madhya Pradesh, and Mumbai, Maharashtra. As per Shinde, Dubai had taken a bank loan of rupees 8 lakhs and borrowed rupees 5.75 lakhs from a colleague. Dubai has also received rupees 9 lakhs in his bank account from his future in-laws, added the Palghar SP. Shinde further said that Dubai had promised his colleague that he would return the money soon, either by check or online transaction. This is to be noted that despite taking the huge loans, the balance in Dubai's two accounts in different branches of the State Bank of India was just rupees 392. So there's a lot of question marks here. Police are also probing the mystery behind 13 calls Dubai received from a particular number frequently, seeking the details of his Raipur, Hyderabad, Chennai flight on January 30-31. So it was like somebody was monitoring his movements closely. The real motive behind the murder is not clear. Our team has already reached Chennai to probe. We hope to solve the case as soon as possible, said the Palghar SP. In his dying declaration to the Gholwad police, Dubai has alleged that armed men had demanded a ransom of rupees 10 lakhs from him. However, the Navy man's elder brother, Neeraj Kumar Dubai, said that they did not get any ransom call between January 30 and February 5th. We are probing all possible angles, including whether the kidnapping was self-staged with the alleged rupees 10 lakh ransom demand to help clear his financial mess and ward off creditors, said Shinde. So what happened between January 30th and February 5th? As per the Palghar Superintendent of Police, Dattare Shinde, Suraj Kumar Dubai was on leave from January 1st to February 1st. In order to rejoin the service, Dubai boarded a Hyderabad-bound flight from Ranchi at 8 a.m. on January 30th. After reaching Hyderabad, he spoke to his family members. He then boarded a different flight from Hyderabad to Chennai, from where he was scheduled to take a train to Coimbatore. Dubai landed in Chennai at 9 p.m. the same day. As he exited the airport, 3 people pointed a revolver at Dubai and abducted him. They kept Dubai in Chennai for 3 days. In the meantime, Dubai's father, Mithlesh Dubey contacted police and got a missing complaint registered in Jharkhand on January 31st after finding his son's cell phone switched off. Mithlesh had also contacted INS Agrani commander Ashok Rai to inquire about his son's whereabouts. However, when he could not get any information, Mithlesh filed a missing complaint at the Chainpur police station in Jharkhand. The last location of Dubai's two personal phones on the night of January 30 was found to be around the airport metro station at Meenambakkam, Chennai. It was later revealed that Dubai had three cell phones and not two, as his family members believed. Out of the three, one was exclusively used for dealing in stocks and shares. On February 1, Dubai's cousin Chandan Dubai came to know about the third number, which was active. However, the Navy man did not answer, after which police contacted the two share trading firms. Mithlesh, meanwhile, claimed he had no idea about his son's stock market investments, loans, and related aspects. The abductors took Dubai to a remote hilltop in the forests of Palghar, around 1,500 kilometers away, and set him on fire after dousing him with petrol on February 5th. The badly charred Dubai, however, managed to climb down the hillock where he was spotted by locals who immediately alerted the Golwad police. The Navy man was first taken to a Dahanu hospital and later shifted to INS Aswini, the Navy hospital in Mumbai, where he succumbed to 90% burns late on Friday. Suraj Kumar Dubai had joined the Indian Navy in 2013 after serving at INS Chilka in Odisha. He was transferred to Mumbai. In 2019, he was posted to INS Agrani in Tamil Nadu. A point to be noted that they say is that despite taking the huge loans, the balance in Dubai's two accounts in different branches of the State Bank of India was just rupees 392. Police are also probing the mystery behind the 13 calls Dubai received from a particular number, frequently seeking the details of his Raipur, Hyderabad, Chennai flight on January 30-31. In the coming days, I'm sure more details will be coming forth regarding this case. In news related to COVID, Canada's Trudeau government has been questioned for not asking India and Modi for vaccines. Instead, they take the Pakistan route. A video of a Canadian opposition lawmaker quizzing sitting procurement minister Anita Anand over contacting India to procure COVID-19 vaccines for the country is being widely shared on social media. Michelle Rempel Garner, a Conservative MP and Shadow Minister for Health, in a meeting of the Standing Committee on Health asked, has the Minister or Prime Minister phoned Prime Minister Modi to ask if he could get vaccines from India? Anand, clearly caught off guard, responded, well, thank you for that question. I'm in regular communication with organizations and countries around the world to secure doses of additional vaccines. Garner again asked, have you phoned Prime Minister Modi? And Anand replied, I personally have not phoned Prime Minister Modi and I cannot speak for anyone else in our government. To another question asked whether the Prime Minister Justin Trudeau had reached out to the Indian government, Anand said, I do not know. On not receiving an answer, Michelle Rempel Garner said she doesn't know. That is frightening. India has been sending out vaccine doses in large numbers to other countries under the Vaccine Maitri initiative. Till now, as many as 15 countries have received COVID-19 vaccine supplies from India, while another 25 countries are queued at different levels to receive supplies. Union Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar has said he added that the countries that wish to get vaccines from India include three categories: poor countries, countries which are price sensitive, and other nations which directly deal with the vaccine-making pharmaceutical companies, according to a report by PTI. However, Canada has not contacted India so far. Another reason could be trepidation on that part of the Justin Trudeau administration after meddling in India's internal affairs over the farmer protests. Trudeau has said that Canada will always be there to defend the rights of peaceful protests and express concern over the situation. The matter was taken up with the Canadian authorities both in Ottawa and New Delhi, and India conveyed that such comments pertaining to the internal affairs of India are unwarranted. unacceptable and would damage India-Canada bilateral relationships. In the farmers' protest, India has asked Twitter to remove over 1,178 Pakistani Khalistan accounts that are spreading misinformation in the backdrop of the farmers' protest. It is the second time in the last 2 weeks that the government has pointed out the issues related to certain accounts. Sources say that many of these accounts were automated bots that were used for sharing and amplifying misinformation and provocative contents on farmers' protest. This is the second time in the last 2 weeks that the government has pointed out the issues related to certain accounts. On January 31st, the electronics and IT industry has sent a list of 257 accounts which the Home Ministry had listed for trying to trend the hashtag genocide vis-a-vis the protests. While Twitter had acted on them by withholding them, hours later, it unblocked them. An irritated IT ministry had sent another notice to the social media giant, which is yet to be implemented. The Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology and many of its organizations have moved to Coup, a made-in-India alternative to microblogging platform Twitter. The move comes at a time when the government is mulling actions against Twitter for failing to comply with its orders on removing Khalistani and anti-India accounts. Friends, on a last point, I would like to mention that, see, the people who are fighting for justice in Sushant Singh Rajput's case, they should not be flustered when some people try to, divert attention from the case to other reasons. So, if you're on Twitter, you will notice that there is a tendency for some people who think that they hold the rights to the Sushant Singh movement, trying to spread some lies. And these lies were recently caught and they were revealed. So I would suggest that it's very important for those who are supporting the Sushant Singh case to be very careful, because see, a lot of funding is going into certain areas, and people are actually making use of it rather than fighting for justice without any vested interests. So friends, you need to be careful. Who are the people you're supporting? And if they're supporting, is it a genuine cause? Because even if you're a single person or you're working in a group, make sure that the group who is fighting for this cause are genuine and have no vested interests. So I end on this note. Thank you so much. And if you have any comments on this video, please do post your comments. And thank you for all of you for joining me, Rex Bailey. Thank you. And please keep in touch. Good night.